What's happening, folks? Got a new ammo score in from Freedom Munitions. Today I'm going to be taking a little time just to talk about Freedom Munitions, talk about remanufactured ammunition, and talking about how I find deals on ammo. So if you're interested in all that stuff, stay tuned. Recently I've been doing a whole lot of videos reviewing 40 Smith & Wesson firearms, mostly the Smith & Wesson M&P 40. So if you're interested in that, please go check out those videos. I've been kind of testing different types of ammo through it and testing the gun itself, talking about kind of cleaning, disassembling, stuff like that, just generic stuff to that specific weapon. So all that being said, I was kind of out of ammunition. I was running a lot lower than I like to be. I like to go out to the range and shoot some ammo, but if I ever get to a point where I shoot all the ammo I have, that is way too far. I like to have a decent stockpile of ammo that I never touch, that I never eat into, even when I go to the range. And I had been running out of kind of my surplus and was starting to eat into that stash, so I needed to go get some more, at least target ammo. And so I began my search to find a good deal on target ammo. And the first thing I want to alert you guys to is gunbot.com. That's gun, just G-U-N, bot, like robot, B-O-T.com. It's all one word. This is a site that, it's an ugly site. It lacks a user interface pretty much completely. It looks like the internet of 1999. But it is a site that essentially runs a bunch of searches that crawl all the retail websites that sell ammunition. So you put in what caliber you're looking for, and it basically sorts all the ammo deals out there and finds the best price per round. It calculates, now are you looking at 50 round boxes, 100 round boxes, if it's rifle is it 20 round boxes, and then it calculates price per round. And then it gives you a link to that store and a description to that store. So you don't actually buy ammo from gunbot.com, but you use it as a tool to search and find ammo. And what's cool is you can even sort it to exclude remanufactured ammo or exclude steel ammo. So you can kind of tweak it and customize it a whole bunch. Now if you're looking for something really weird, you might not be able to find it. If you're looking for the best deal on 25-06, it might be a little bit difficult. But if you're looking for 40 or 45 or 223 or 556 or 308 or 30-06 or any common ammo out there, even 300 blackout, I have a lot of success searching on gunbot.com. So I would recommend that as a resource for anybody looking for good deals for ammo. And in those links, it will also describe whether that's target ammo, whether it's remanufactured, whether it's boat tail hollow point, whether it's soft point, what type of projectile it is. So you still get all the options and you still get all the information. It just allows you to sort via price against multiple stores. So it's a fantastic resource. So I use that, and one brand that almost always floats to the top when I'm searching for target ammo is Freedom Munitions. So this is ammo that is made in Idaho, so it's US made, but this is remanufactured ammo. And so a lot of people are skeptical about remanufactured ammo. They think of it as just somebody with their hand loader press, just kind of doing their own thing, remaking ammunition. Now, I'm a little hesitant about reloads. I've had bad experiences with reloads. Fortunately, none of them were catastrophic. I've had bad experiences. I believe it was 300 blackout. I bought a whole bunch of reloads from a custom ammo reloader. I was kind of experimenting with what would be the best round for kind of what I wanted to do. And so this guy made a bunch of ammo for me. It turns out all the projectiles weren't seated quite properly. So the overall round didn't headspace exactly right, and so I had a light primer strike on the vast majority of that ammunition, and I had paid a decent amount for it. Obviously not retail price since it's hand loads, But it was very disappointing to have a whole bunch of ammo that worked at best inconsistently. So this is remanufactured ammunition. This is not hand loader ammunition. So remanufactured, what does that mean? It means they have an industrial size press that they are taking components from individuals who send them in, and they are reloading them on a full production scale. It's not somebody sitting in a basement with their RCBS or Lee press just cranking them out one at a time. It is a full production facility that basically uses recycled cases instead of new. So Freedom Munitions has a brass credit trade-in program. So you can actually get discounts in their store by sending in bulk brass. You send it in just in a big bag. You don't even have to sort it by caliber. They have machines that sort it by caliber and clean it and do all that. So it's recycled brass, but used in a full production scale. Now there are a couple benefits to this. You obviously can have cheaper ammunition because they're not having to manufacture the brass. They are recycling it. And I think it's a good chance for gun owners to be kind of responsible and environmentally friendly with a positive economic outcome. So when you're out in the field, or at least when I'm hunting, it's always courteous to just pick up your brass. Now a lot of times you can't find it, a lot of times you don't know where it goes, but really I'm not some environmental hippie, but I do think it's a good idea to leave an area as clean as when you found it. And if you're leaving a bunch of brass all over the place, that's kind of trashy. So I think it's definitely good to pick up your own brass. And companies like Freedom Munitions encourage that, because now there is a positive economic benefit to picking up your brass and to recycling it and to returning it to them. And so they take that brass, they can give you a discount on ammunition, and they remanufacture ammo. So if you look at this ammo, all the cases come from different sources, so they're all going to be head stamped differently. This obviously says 40 Smith & Wesson, and this is Winchester, head stamped WIN. This one's obviously still 40 Smith & Wesson, it's head stamped Spear. So the cases are all manufactured by different brands because they're from what people have sent in, from what people have recycled and returned to Freedom Munitions. Now, does that matter? Not really, because something like 40 Smith & Wesson, everything is going to be built to SAMI specs anyway. And these guys take ammo, they clean it up really nice. This honestly looks a lot cleaner than a lot of cheap, like whether it's Winchester White Box or Perfecta or any ammunition that's kind of a discount brand ammunition. This is actually a lot cleaner out of the box. And I have never had a single error with Freedom Munitions. I've never had a failure to feed, never had a failure to fire, never had a failure to eject. And so performance-wise, that goes head-to-head with any new ammunition I have ever tested. That's as good as it gets, really. Now I'm sure there are people who have had, some instances, but across the board, I think their quality control is very good. Because I think a lot of people are a little bit speculative of remanufactured ammo, and so people tend to be hesitant, and so therefore Freedom Munitions puts a little bit extra effort to ensure quality control, because they want people to keep coming back and they want people to keep sending them brass, because they need both ends for their business to function. So if you are new to remanufactured ammunition, I would say don't be scared, don't be hesitant. It tends to be good stuff, at least from places like Freedom Munitions. Now if you go to a gun show and it's just some hairy hand loader who's loading it in his basement, I think you have a reason to be appropriately skeptical. And I think looking at something like this for target ammunition is still a lot different than looking at something like this for a performance hunting round or a performance self-defense round. Stuff like that, I'm still probably going to go with a major manufacturer. But as far as ammunition just to stockpile or target ammunition just to have on hand, or if you're like me, when you're starting to get low, you like to just buy a few boxes just to keep up a good stock, this is a good option. Now, with all internet purchases, you have to have this ammo shipped. Occasionally, Freedom Munitions will have free shipping codes, and that's usually when I buy it. When you can get free shipping or discounted shipping, it immediately makes online purchases of ammo so much better, because obviously ammunition's heavy, it's expensive to ship. So you can look at an equivalent deal in the store versus online, and it's still a better deal to go to the store just so you don't have to pay shipping. But with Freedom Munitions, occasionally they offer promo deals on shipping, but a lot of times you can buy things in bulk. What you're looking at here is 500 rounds of 40 Smith & Wesson. And I would say 250 is probably the lowest that it's going to be economical to ship a ton of pistol ammo. Now, if you're going with rifle ammo, the price points work out differently. But with pistol ammo, usually around 250 rounds is when you can kind of absorb that shipping cost, and when it's definitely going to be worth it to buy online. So buying in bulk obviously has its advantages. So in this video, I hope you learned a little bit about Freedom Munitions. I hope you learned about gunbot.com. And I hope you can start using that, because that will give you better deals on ammunition, and it will also encourage competitors to price better. So when the market competes, the consumer always wins. And I hope you learned a little bit about remanufactured ammunition. And I hope it gives you a little bit more confidence to either experiment or to keep using remanufactured ammunition for target purposes. So let me know what you think about Freedom Munitions, about remanufactured ammunition, and gunbot.com, or any other similar bargain hunting resources. I look forward to reading your comments. Please like, subscribe, comment on this video, and share it. Thank you.